This is gonna be a cookie. How's it going, you guys? So today is the day. Finally gonna start this thing up. And hopefully it goes well. I'm honestly really nervous. But what we gotta do is finish up the details. So fill it up with oil, transmission fluid. I actually just put the transmission fluid in. Redline MT90 is what I run. Heard really good things about this. GL4 is what you need in the KA trans. If it has GL5, it can have some additives, I guess, that'll eat away at the synchros. So GL4 is what you want. And oil. I got this Driven BR30 break-in oil. So you definitely want to use break-in oil with a fresh engine. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know if it helps seat your rings properly. Has additives, or maybe not even additives, but this is what the guy at the machine shop recommended I use. So gonna run that for a bit. I got some spark plugs, BKR7E, which is 2 heat ranges colder than the stock spark plugs. I ran BKR6 before, but I'm gonna run 7 now. But I think that the colder you go, the worse they are at idle and in cold weather. But when you're boosting and running hard, less likely to detonate. So got those guys. Oil filter, some coolant. I got 50-50 premix. I usually get the concentrate. I like that better because then you can put a little less water in and have a higher boil-over temperature. But I accidentally got this stuff and then found this sitting in the garage, so hopefully it's enough. I don't know if it's going to be. I think it takes like 7.5 liters, and I have the bigger radiator, so might have to get some more. But yeah, and then the ECU. Basically, it's just a male tune. I let Martin at Enthalpy know what I'm running, what pistons, how much power I'm aiming for, and he retuned this for me. I just picked it up the other day. So yeah, should be good to go. And if you're wondering what this big harness is, it's just because they only use S13 ECUs. They retune the S13 ones, not S14. So they send you this when you have an S14, and it just adapts. I just filled it up with gear oil. You need 2.5 liters, and you just keep filling it up until it comes out of this port on the side of the transmission. Right there. So you pull that plug out on the side of the transmission, and once it starts leaking out of there and your car is level, then you know you're good. And I just take these 4 Allen bolts out and pour it right through there. It's a lot easier than pumping it through the side. Alright, so I want to do a intercooler pressure test, or boost leak test. So I have this built up from last time. It's just a PVC cap with a Schrader valve in it and a gauge on it. So I'm going to put that right before the turbo, pressurize the intercooler piping, and then we'll see if there's any leaks anywhere. Alright, so you got to remove your oil cap so that any pressure leaking past the cylinders doesn't get caught up in the crankcase. And then make sure that you're pressurizing before the turbo, because you want to pressurize everything after the turbo. So got it hooked up here. All I gotta do is push this, watch the pressure, look for leaks. Alright, so I got my boost leaks fixed. One of the couplings is leaking. I fixed that as well. So I got my oil catch can here that I want to get hooked up, but the fittings it came with aren't the fittings that I want to use. I need 5/8 because that's what the valve cover size is, and the same size I have coming off my PCV. But I can't find what thread pitch this is. I got them to look at Lordco Forever for me, and they couldn't find anything. So what I'm doing for the time being is just going to wrap it in tape like this so that the hose will fit on there, and then I'm just leaving this open to atmosphere. I was gonna get a breather filter for the top, fitting like that and a breather filter, but again, there's no thread pitch that works for that for some reason, so I'm not too sure. Might have to just get another catch can. This one was only like 35 bucks or something, so it's probably just some cheap Chinese thing. There it is. So I got the one coming from the valve cover and the one coming down from the PCV vent atmosphere. Alright guys, we are ready to start. So all I gotta do is fill it up with some coolant, and then what we're gonna do is pull the spark plugs out and pull out the fuel pump relay. So we're gonna crank it over so we get some oil pressure and get the oil flowing, and then we'll put the spark plugs back in, put the fuel pump back on, start it up, and let it run for a bit, check for leaks. I'm not gonna be driving it today, I'm just gonna start it up, let it run, because I want to get it on the dyno for the break-in. I'm not going to break it in myself, so I'm just going to heat cycle it a couple times, run it once, change the oil, and then I'll call the dyno tomorrow probably and see when they can get me in. Picked up some concentrate as well. Pull the fuel pump relay. Mine's back here because I hardwired it, and this is the relay I put in. Battery hooked up. Alright. So oil pressure is all we're looking for right now. Nothing. Alright, I remember from last time now, these don't read, it cuts power to them when you're cranking it. So I'm just going to start it up and it should be oil pressure. From the fuel pump. Battery's too dead. We're spewing oil. We're spewing oil out of somewhere. Shit. Oh. Alright, let's try that again. Lots of oil pressure. Good so far. The water temp gauge doesn't work properly. I don't know why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just starts like halfway up. So we're gonna go off this one. Sounds a little knocky. That's smokes from all the oil and probably this wrap that I put on. I don't know how good that's sounding though. I think it's running smooth though, so I'm gonna just leave it. Idling pretty high right now. I'm surprised it hasn't gone down yet. Thermostat still isn't open though, so I got got the heat on max as well, so that it'll start going through the heater core. Make sure we get all the air out. Alright, I'm gonna end this video here. I have it was 25 minutes long, but I figured I'd split it into 2 parts. So I've already taken on the dyno and driven it around a little bit. I'm not gonna tell you guys how it went, but that's gonna be the next video, so you can look forward to that. I just wanted to say that ticking noise completely went away. Not exactly sure what it was. I think it might have been just the lifters not getting enough oil yet, but it's completely gone, so that is good. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe.